Okay, so we saw how in the case of gymnosperms, there are the presence of tap roots, right? And the roots have
Yes, ma'am.
branches. We also saw that the roots of the gymnosperm, they form symbiotic association with fungus. And that symbiotic association is called as mycorrhiza. So in this mycorrhiza, the fungus provides the nutrients to the pinus, and then the pinus, with the help of those nutrients, it makes the food and provides it to the fungus. So it's like both of them are getting benefited by each other. And this is what we call as a symbiotic association. So name of their association, it's like not any organism. It's like when they are associated together, that is called as the mycorrhiza. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there are specialized roots. Now, this is another case that is found in the next type of species of gymnosperm, which is cycas. So, in the cycas, there is the presence of coralloid roots. Now, these are the roots that are like bunch. Okay. So, what they do is that they are associated with cyanobacteria. Okay. Remember blue-green algae?
Yes,
Cyanobacteria.
ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
the roots of the cycas, they are associated with that cyanobacteria and they do nitrogen fixation.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just one second, I have to open the door. All right. So, yeah. So, as I was saying, that the roots that are present in the cycas, they are associated with the cyanobacteria. And these cyanobacteria, they can do nitrogen fixation. Okay, nitrogen fixation is that they convert the nitrogen into the absorbable forms for the plant. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then the stems of the gymnosperms, now they can be branched, like in the case of pinus and cedrus, or they can be unbranched. So branched or unbranched kind of stems are present. The leaves
Hmm.
we have discussed, it could be simple, it could be compound. If it is simple, then one leaf and one, you can say, petiole is there. Petiole is that stick-like portion below the,
Yes, ma'am.
and the compound leaf would be multiple leaves on one stick or one stalk. Okay, so that is the case. Now the
Yes.
compound leaf further, they are of two types. There will be pinnately compound or palmately compound. Pinnately compound means that their incisions will be deep. Palmately compound
Hmm.
will be like widespread and they will not touch the midrib. Like they will nowhere be close to this middle stalk. Like they'll all be. So now the compound leaf, like the pinnate leaves, they are present in the case of cycas, and these leaves persist for few years. Now, like I said in the previous class, that gymnosperms have all those capabilities with which they can withstand the extreme temperature, the extreme wind and humidity. So in all those areas where there is a lot of, like high temperature present, so in high temperature, they'll have a lot of loss of water from them. So to combat that, they have the leaves that look like needles. The leaves, they get modified to become like needles. They're pointy and they have a thick covering on them, and the stomata is deeply situated. Why? All of these things are the adaptations so that not a lot of water loss takes place. So to reduce the water loss, they have all of these unique adaptations. Now those leaves that have like those gymnosperms that have the needle-like leaves, those are the conifers. Okay. And then like one more modification is like a unique feature that the ginkgo biloba leaves, they are fan shaped. They sort of look like fan.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
in them, vascular tissues are present, xylem and phloem are they, right? And gymnosperms are heterosporous, meaning they will be producing two different kinds of spores. One of the spores will be the microspore, the smaller one, and the bigger one will be the megaspore. Now, the sporangia that has the, like you can say, that is present on the leaves, right? The leaves with the sporangia, we call them as sporophylls. So the leaves with microsporangia, we call them as microsporophyll. And the leaves with megasporangia, we call them as megasporophyll. And in them also, sometimes the sporophylls can come and become like a cone-like structure, which is called as a strobili or a cone. Now, the male strobili, it will be like, you know that sporophyte, they make the spores, right? So, these male strobili, like once the sporophylls have become a male cone, which is the male strobili, they will form the microspores, which will further become the male gametophyte. And when the male gametophyte will be formed, it will be the pollen. Okay. So this is the case of the male strobili. Then comes the female strobili. So the strobili that contains the megasporophyll. Megasporophyll having the mega, it will be making the megaspore, right? Now, in them, the male and female cones can be present on the same tree. Okay, if it is present in one tree, both the male and female. So that is in the case of pinus. Or they can be present in different trees, like male cones on one tree, female cones on another tree. So that is in the case of cycas. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Any doubts? Anything?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. Now the female strobili, it has the structure that is called as the ovule. And this structure, inside the ovule, there will be a lot of nutritive tissue that is called as the nucellus. And remember that the ovule is like a very fancy term of a seed. The seed in terms of the plant is called as an ovule. So the ovule, before developing into the seed, it is called as ovule, and it has a lot of nutritive tissue present in it. And one of the cells of this nutritive tissue, it becomes the megaspore mother cell. Why? Because this megaspore mother cell now will form the megaspore, which is the spore of the gymnosperm. Yeah. Then this megaspore is going to develop into a female gametophyte, which will be the female gamete. Okay. Then comes fertilization. Now, fertilization. Now, this is basically when the male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form a zygote. Now, the pollen grains, they are released and they are carried by the wind. And with the help of wind, the pollen grains are carried to the ovules of the female plant. And then when the pollen grain will be fusing there, it will become a zygote. That process is called as a fertilization process. Now, this zygote, it will develop into the embryo and the ovule will develop thus into the seed. So, inside the seed, there will be the embryo. But remember, the most important thing in the gymnosperms is that the gymnosperm seeds, they are not covered by any kind of fruit. It's like naked seeds. Just the seeds are there. Just like how the fruits that we eat, they have so many seeds. Some have one seed, some have multiple seeds present in them. But here, only seeds will be present. They will not be enclosed by any kind of fruit. Okay?
Like no fruit is growing.
No,
Only the
it
seed.
doesn't have any fruit at all. It is out of all of the divisions of the plant kingdom, it is only the angiosperm that makes the fruit. Other than that, no one else does. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the examples of the gymnosperms, Cycas, Cedrus, Pinus, Sequoia, then there's Zamia, Ephedra, and Ginkgo biloba. All of these are the members of the division gymnosperm. Talking about their examples, so economic importance. So first of all, the seeds, many a times they are edible seeds, so people can consume them. You might have heard about chilgoza. Chilgoza seeds are edible seeds. Then the wood of the gymnosperms, they are used as timber. They are also used for manufacturing of the paper and also manufacturing of the drugs. Okay, the anti-malarial drugs they also come from the gymnosperms. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then coming on to the last division of this particular kingdom, plant kingdom, we have angiosperms. Now these are the flowering plants. They have flowers in them. The seeds are present inside the fruit, right? The smallest angiosperm is Wolffia and the tallest one is the eucalyptus. It is 100 meters tall. Now the angiosperm, further they are divided into two types, that is monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Okay, two types of angiosperms are there.
Mm.
And lastly, talking about the economic importance, so they are like so important for us. Like it is the greatest source of our food. Every fruit, every vegetable, every cereal, every pulse that we eat are angiosperms. Then it is
Mm.
also used as a feed for the animals. So we call that as fodder. Then a lot of them, their woods are used as fuel, and many angiosperms are used to synthesize medicines. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me one thing, look into your syllabus and tell me alternation of generation, is it there or has it been removed from the syllabus? Just like,
No, it's there. The only thing is there is like the transformation between gametophyte and sporophyte from haploid to diploid, then diploid to haploid.
that haplodiplontic, diplontic, these things are not there, right? Or
No,
there.
no, ma'am.
So this
No,
is
it's
alternation of generation. Like after the
mm.
angiosperms topic, there comes the
That's the
next
only
topic.
thing it's there. Hmm.
That is deleted, right?
Hmm.
Okay, when is your exam?
I think on 20th May. I don't know the date correctly. I'll have to check once.
Okay, approximately 20th May, right? And what is
Mm.
the portion?
The first three chapters.
The first three chapters. So today we have completed the third chapter also. So now I have done living world completely with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's done.
Biological classification is also done, and so is the plant. All right. Now
Mm.
this chapter is done. Now tell me, do you want to revise any topic? Any topic is there that I should teach you again?
The only thing is like the reproduction in pteridophytes.
Hmm.
Mm.
Shall I explain it again?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll explain it again. Okay. See, the pteridophytes, they have this alternation of generation in. Like they convert from haploid life to diploid life. Okay, so they have a
Mm.
dual life. But before that, let us see how do they do this process. Now, the first thing is that tell me the main plant body of pteridophyte, is it gametophytic or sporophytic?
Mm. Gametophytic only, right?
Gametophytic. It is haploid, right? Now see, this
Mm.
one cycle that I drew, that is the best to explain any kind of this part. In general, this is how it happens actually. So the if the main plant body is gametophytic, the gametophytic means that it will be making gametes. Hmm?
Mm.
Sporophytic means it will be making the spores. Now
Yes, ma'am.
remember that the gametophytic plant body, it will make the gametes which will fuse and become the sporophytic plant body. Then the sporophytic plant body will make the spores and it will germinate into gametophyte. It's like these both the forms, like gametophyte will give rise to sporophyte and sporophyte will give rise to gametes, like that.
Mm.
It doesn't matter whether the main plant body is sporophytic or gametophytic, they both will give rise to each other. Now let us see
Yes.
how. If I say that the main plant body is gametophytic. Now the gametophytic plant body, it has those sex organs on it, okay? Because it has to make gametes and the gametes are made in the sex organs, okay? Right?
Mm.
Normally it
Yes.
happens. So the male sex organ is called as the antheridium and the female sex organ is called as the archegonium. Now, you first of all, you tell me the difference between haploid and diploid.
Haploid is one set of chromosomes
Hmm,
and diploid is two set of chromosomes.
correct. And tell me the difference between mitosis and meiosis.
Mitosis, 2 daughter cells are made after division, and in meiosis, 4 daughter cells are made.
Tell me in terms of the chromosome number in mitosis and meiosis. Like after mitosis, the 2 daughter cells that are formed, are they exactly like the parent cell or are they different?
They are exactly like the parent cell.
So it means that if it is a diploid cell, okay, if a diploid cell undergoes mitosis, it will form 2 diploid cells only, right? It will just increase the number of cells. But same thing will happen in the haploid also. If the haploid cell undergoes mitosis, then it will form 2 haploid cells only. Because after every mitotic division, 2 daughter cells of the same kind are formed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But if the diploid cell undergoes meiosis, so after the meiosis is done, then 4 haploid daughter cells will be made, isn't it? Half the number of chromosomes. But what if a haploid cell undergoes meiosis? Then what will happen? Again, 4
Haploid,
daughters. Tell me.
4 daughter cells with haploid.
No. Because after
No.
every meiosis, the chromosomal number reduces to half. So it will become n by 2, n by 2, right? N by 2, like that. Because this is,
Yes.
you can imagine it like 2n by 2, isn't it? Imagine this one. So 2n by 2, that is n, right? That is how we are getting n. So this would be n by 2. So right now, the gametophytic plant body is haploid, right? And it has
Yes,
to
ma'am.
make the gametes. And normally, what is the ploidy of the gametes?
For gametes, they are haploid.
Haploid, right? In every organism, the gametes are always haploid because when 2 gametes will fuse, a diploid zygote will be formed. So that is why the haploid gametophytic plant body, instead of undergoing meiosis, it undergoes mitosis to produce the gametes that are haploid, the same like the parent. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the archegonium will undergo mitosis and it will make the haploid cell. Archegonium itself is haploid, right? Archegonium is haploid, antheridium is haploid. So, both of them will undergo mitotic division to form the gametes. Antheridium will make the antherozoids. Archegonium will make the egg. Both of these gametes will be haploid. Now, these gametes, you've understood why it is undergoing mitosis?
Yes, ma'am.
Now these 2 gametes, they will fuse with each other and they will make the zygote, which will be 2n, that is diploid. Now the zygote, further you know that after the zygote is made, then the zygote never goes under meiosis because we have to make diploid cell only. So now the zygote will also undergo mitosis to make the embryo, right? And after embryo will divide further, it will become the sporophytic plant body, which is diploid. Now, the sporophytic plant body, it is responsible for making the spores. And the spores are haploid because the spores have to give rise to the haploid gametophytic plant body. So that is why the sporophyte, they undergo meiosis. Now 2n to n, right? From the 2n,
Yes, ma'am.
n has to be formed. Now these spores, whenever they will germinate, the gametophyte will be formed again, a new gamete. So this is how the gametophytic plant body gives rise to the sporophytic plant body, and the sporophytic plant body gives rise to the gametophytic plant body. This is the basic general concept. Now, the main plant body can be gametophytic. So this is how the cycle will go. Or the main plant body is sporophytic. So we will start from here. Spores will be formed, spores will generate the gametes, then the gametes will generate the sporophyte. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Now it's clear?
Hmm.
Now you can write about this whenever needed to.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, before 20th May, tell me, you only give me a date. Okay. Like when you will be ready with the first two chapters. Like ready to answer the questions.
Hmm. 1 second. I'll go confirm the date first. Then I'll see. Give me
Ah,
1 second.
okay. You confirm the dates.
Yes, ma'am. The exam is on 20th only, which is Tuesday. 17 will be fine.
Bio is
7.
on 20th.
Yes, ma'am. 17 is Friday, right? It will be the weekend, and I will be busy on Saturday because on Sunday and Monday I have chemistry and mathematics.
15th, so you will be free, na? Next 15th, like coming 15th.
15th, no, ma'am. Yeah, 15th. Yeah, I'm free.
You will have a class
15th.
over here with me, right? On Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
So by 15th, will you be ready with the first two chapters?
I'll see, ma'am.
Not actually in the first two, all the chapters.
Yes, ma'am.
The first three chapters, meaning whatever is your portion. Because after 15,
Hmm.
I won't get a class with you and you'll have your exam.
Yes, ma'am.
So will you be like, because you know what I want to do is like before starting a new chapter, I want to make sure that your concepts are crisp so that you can give your exam flawlessly. I want you to score really good marks, like full, inshallah. So for that, what I want to do is like once you come on 15, if we have a 1.5 hour class, then that will be like awesome for us. What we will do is that I will sort of take a very in-depth viva from all the chapters. Okay, wherever
Yes.
you will have doubt, I will explain, but the questions that I will ask, you will answer. I will give no hints and anything. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So that way you will be very well prepared for your exam. Any kind of questions that may be asked, you will be able to do those questions. And then if we do have time left, I am thinking of not starting a new chapter before your exam, isn't it? Animal
Hmm.
Kingdom also we have done only. So we are like
Yes,
four
ma'am.
chapters we have completed. And still we are
Hmm.
done with the syllabus. Okay. So, so you will be ready by 15th with all three chapters.
Okay,
First
ma'am.
chapter is nothing, only you have to prepare two chapters,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then on like in the next class, whenever that happens, I will take your Viva.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. All right. So now tell this alternation of generation is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Now you like that doubt that was there in your mind. Now it's clear, na? It's
Hmm.
just
It's
like
clear, ma'am.
whenever the main plant body is perfect, you reverse this. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then tell me, what is the last thing you were writing?
Um, the last thing I was writing.
I think algae
I
was
was
completed.
bryophytes. I was in bryophytes.
Bryophytes.
Bryophytes in the reproduction part from male and female, Antheridium and Archegonium.
Oh, this part, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If there is any topic that comes to your mind that you want to discuss, then you can ask me also. We can do that also.
Okay, ma'am. Done, 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 ma. 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 Done, ma.